Today, we re-tackling one of the most common questions I get about van life. Can you really power your entire van with just solar panels? It's the dream, right? Complete freedom, off-grid living, powered by the sun. But is it realistic? The short answer is yes, absolutely. But the long answer? Well, it's a bit more complicated. It all comes down to three key things: your power consumption, your battery storage, and of course, how much solar you can fit on your roof. We're going to break it all down, step by step, so you can figure out exactly what you need to live your off-grid dream. First things first, let's talk about power consumption. This is the absolute foundation of your entire electrical system. You can't design a system if you don't know how much power you're actually going to use. Think of it like packing for a trip. You need to know what you're bringing before you can choose the right size suitcase. So how do you figure this out? You need to do a power audit. It sounds technical, but it's pretty simple. Make a list of every single electronic device you plan to use in your van. I'm talking everything: your fridge, your lights, your laptop, your phone charger, your water pump, that fancy coffee maker, your vent fan, even that electric toothbrush. Once you have your list, you need to find out how much power each item consumes. This is usually listed in watts on the device itself or on its power adapter. For example, your laptop charger might say 65 watts. Your LED lights might be 5 watts each. Your fridge is a bit trickier because it cycles on and off, but the manual should give you an average power draw. Write down the wattage for every single item on your list. Then, you need to estimate how many hours per day you'll be using each device. Be realistic here. How many hours will your lights be on? How long will you charge your laptop? For your fridge, it will likely run 24/7, but it only pulls power when the compressor is on, which might be about a third of the time. So you can estimate 8 hours of use per day. Now for a little bit of math, but stick with me, it's easy. For each device, you multiply its wattage by the number of hours you'll use it per day. This gives you a number in watt hours. So, a 65-watt laptop charger used for 4 hours is 260 watt hours. 10 watts of lighting used for 5 hours is 50 watt hours. Do this for every item on your list. Once you've done that for everything, add all those watt-hour numbers together. The final number is your total daily power consumption. This is the magic number. This is the amount of energy your solar system needs to generate and store every single day to keep you powered up. A typical setup for a full-time van lifer might be anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 watt-hours per day, but it can vary wildly. My daily usage, for example, is around 1,500 watt-hours, powering my fridge, laptop, lights, and more. Knowing your number is the first, most crucial step. Okay, so you've got your daily power consumption number. What's next? Battery storage. This is your energy bank. Your solar panels generate power during the day, but what about at night or on cloudy, rainy days? That's where your batteries come in. They store the excess energy your panels generate so you can use it whenever you need it. The size of your battery bank, measured in amp hours, determines your energy independence. It dictates how many days you can survive without a single ray of sunshine. So, how big of a battery bank do you need? A good rule of thumb is to have enough storage for at least 2 to 3 days of your daily power usage. This gives you a solid buffer for those less than sunny periods. Let's go back to our example. If your daily consumption is 1,500 watt-hours for 3 days of autonomy, you'd need to store 4,500 watt-hours. Now, we need to convert this to amp hours, which is how most deep-cycle batteries are rated. The formula is simple: watt-hours divided by voltage equals amp-hours. Most van electrical systems are 12 volts. So for 1,500 watt-hours divided by 12 volts gives you 375 amp-hours. This means you'd be looking for a battery bank with around 400 amp-hours of capacity. Now, let's talk battery types. The two main players in the van life world are lead-acid, including AGM, and lithium, specifically LiFePO4. Lead-acid batteries have been around forever and are cheaper up front. However, you can typically only use about 50% of their rated capacity without damaging them. So for that 400 amp-hour bank, you'd actually need 800 amp-hours of lead-acid batteries to get the usable power you need. They're also incredibly heavy and have a much shorter lifespan. On the other hand, lithium batteries are a game changer. They're much lighter, have a much longer lifespan, and you can safely use 80 to 100% of their capacity. So, a 400 amp-hour lithium battery bank gives you a true 400 amp-hours of usable power. While the initial cost is higher, many van lifers, myself included, find that their longevity and efficiency make them a better investment in the long run. Now for the main event, the solar panels. This is how you're going to refill your energy bank every day. Your goal is to have enough solar wattage to fully recharge your batteries from their daily use, and to do it within a single day of decent sunlight. The amount of solar you need depends on your daily power consumption and, critically, where you are in the world and what time of year it is. Sunlight is not created equal. You'll get way more solar energy in Arizona in June than you will in Oregon in December. As a general guideline, a good starting point is to have at least double the wattage in solar panels as you have in amp-hours of lithium batteries. So, for our 400 amp-hour battery bank, you'd want to aim for around 800 watts of solar on the roof. This might sound like a lot, but it gives you a great chance of fully recharging your batteries even on days that aren't perfectly sunny. Another way to calculate it is based on your daily watt-hour usage. You can estimate that, on average, you'll get about 4 to 5 peak sun hours per day. So, if you need to generate 1500 watt-hours and you have 4 good sun hours, you divide 1500 by 4, which means you need about 375 watts of solar. But I always recommend oversizing your solar array. Trust me, you will never hear a van lifer complain about having too much power. Having 600, 800, or even 1000 watts of solar will give you peace of mind and keep your batteries topped up and healthy. So, you've done your power audit, you've sized your battery bank, and you've figured out how much solar you need. We're almost there, but there are a couple more crucial components that tie the whole system together. First is the solar charge controller. This little box is the brain of your solar operation. It sits between your solar panels and your batteries, and its job is to regulate the voltage and current coming from the panels to charge your batteries safely and efficiently. You can't just wire panels directly to your batteries, you'll destroy them. There are two types of charge controllers, PWM and MPPT. PWM is older, cheaper technology, and is less efficient. MPPT controllers are more advanced and can harvest up to 30% more power from your panels, especially in cloudy conditions or during cold weather. For any serious van build, I wholeheartedly recommend investing in an MPPT charge controller. It ensures you get every last drop of power from your precious roof space. The final piece of the puzzle is the inverter. Your batteries store power as 12-volt DC or direct current. This is great for running things like your USB chargers, 12-volt fridge, and LED lights. But what about your laptop, a blender, or other household appliances? Those run on 120-volt AC or alternating current, the same as the outlets in your house. An inverter is a device that converts the 12-volt DC power from your batteries into 120-volt AC power. The size of the inverter you need, measured in watts, depends on what you want to run. If you just need to charge a laptop, a small 300-watt inverter might be fine. But if you want to run a microwave or a coffee maker, you'll need a much larger one, likely 2000 watts or more. Make sure you get a pure sine wave inverter, as it produces a cleaner power that's safe for sensitive electronics like laptops. So, let's bring it all together. Can solar panels really power your entire van? Yes, 100%. The key is to design a balanced system. You need to know your daily power usage to determine the size of your battery bank, and you need a large enough solar array to replenish that battery bank every day. Don't forget the essential components like a high-quality MPPT charge controller and a pure sine wave inverter to make it all work seamlessly. It's a significant upfront investment, there's no doubt about it. But the freedom and independence it provides are truly priceless. Being able to park in the middle of a beautiful, remote landscape and know that you have all the power you need, generated silently from the sun, is one of the best feelings in the world. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this video demystified the process of setting up a solar system for your van. It might seem daunting at first, but if you take it one step at a time, you can absolutely build a system that meets your needs. If you found this helpful, please give the video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more van life tips and builds. Drop any questions you have in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them. See you on the road.